In this video, I will talk about why it's important to create your own secret files and documents. And I will show you how you can do this at home using very simple methods and techniques. First, I will begin with showing you one of the most traditional methods of creating a secret file, which is to use a stamp or a seal of some kind. And as you can see, I have a collection of stamps, and some of them has been used for this specific purpose. So I will begin with showing you this one. It says hemlig, jämlikt paragraf 4 i sekretesslagen, which translates to secret according to paragraph 4 in the secrecy law. I have another one here that I will demonstrate. Missiv, hemliga handlingar bifogade, which translates to missive, secret, acts enclosed. Like missive is a kind of correspondence that is sent between public institutions. And the last one I will demonstrate here, the third one, it says hemlig hänvisning sidan 1, which translates to secret, reference page 1. And to understand the importance of creating secret files and how to democratize this procedure, we will have to start by looking more closely on the word used in these stamps, which is the Swedish word for secret, hemlig. This word has old roots. In Old Norse, it was called heimliger. In Middle and Low German, it was heimlich. And in modern German, it's heimlich. It has the same root as the word home. So in modern Swedish and German, the word for hemlig or heimlich means that it's something that resides within the home, something that is hidden from the outside view. Today, the word in English would be homely. So the concept and notions of homely and secret are in this way connected. And this is also connected to the concept of das Unheimliche, a concept that is developed by Ernst Jentsch and Sigmund Freud, which is when the homely and familiar turns out to contain unfamiliar elements. And so the homely becomes unheimlich, or in English it would be unhomely or uncanny, which is the feeling of discomfort when you find the unfamiliar within the familiar, or the opposite, when you find familiar element within the unfamiliar. Specific events that might trigger this feeling of the uncanny are, for example, epileptic fits, lookalikes, compulsory repetitive behaviors, being possessed or speaking in tongues. And this feeling also arises from not knowing if an object is alive or dead. For example, very lifelike dolls, or seeing AI-generated portraits, or perhaps speaking to chatbots. And this uncanny feeling is also increasingly present when interacting with institutions, more and more over the last decades. And you can become unsure if you're actually encountering something that is dead or alive. Is the meeting with the office clerk at the tax office, a person controlled by countless directives and regulations, actually a meeting that is alive? Or do you have a living interaction with your bank when you send them an email and you receive an answer, but you can't really be sure if it's written by a computer or not? The increase and growth of bureaucratic procedures gives birth to something that resembles autonomous life. And at the same time, the robotization of the humans inside of these institutions drain the actual life from these places. And when encountering such institutions, such as this one, which is the Swedish National Bank, you get a feeling of discomfort, a very ghostly, uncanny feeling. So if you want to create or keep things truly alive and not in this necromantic limbo, some things need to remain secret, still residing within the homely. And this is something that the authorities of old understood, that when they used these stamps, making things confidential and hidden and secret. They deliberately hid things to keep them alive. They made the concept of the hidden work for them. And this power of secrecy was also something that was rarely used very wisely. So to democratize these methods, make the process of hiding more transparent, more accessible, we should all employ these strategies and methods more frequently. And we can all do this by producing our own secret files. If you have stamps like this, you can of course use them, but there are also countless of other methods. One common method that I will demonstrate now is to use a regular black marker pen to blank out information in an official document, a letter or a bank statement or similar. And by using a marker, you transform your document into a secret file. This procedure follows a few steps. The first ones are the most important, and the rest of the steps can be used if need arises. First, I will begin with having a proper document. Now I will use a letter that I received from the Swedish tax authority. First, you begin with blanking out all personal names. There are none in this document. Then you blank out places. And then all other names, institutions, companies, etc. Then you blank out logos and images. And then you blank out all dates and times. Then you blank out all other numbers. And then you blank out all the nouns. And after this you can stop. The document is most likely quite secret by now. But for a fully secret and confidential document, proceed with all adjectives. And then finish with all the verbs. What you have left are some spare words from the rest of the language. This document is now a fully completed secret file. Continue to do this to more and more documents, and you will see that this feeling of discomfort will disappear, and they will slowly come alive.